when I add 55 minutes on to 10:15, it doesn't quite work out unless I really pay attention to my minutes and seconds. Because it looks like 10 plus 55. There's a 0 there. 5 plus 5 gives me 0, carry the 1. So 10, 60 plus 1, so 70. 1070 is not a time. But I can go, oh, yeah, there's 60 minutes in an hour. So I would take the 60 minutes out, regroup to give myself an hour, and get 11:10. Realizing that 70 minutes is really an hour and 10 minutes. So then I'd have to kind of regroup it like that. So I can do it, I just have to be very careful. So this race is ending at 10:50, and I know it's going to be an hour and 45 minutes that it runs. So I'm going to go to my line. 10:50 is where I start. So about here, pretty close to 11 o'clock, 10:50. And I can work my way back. So taking off 45 minutes, I get my way back to 10:05. Taking off the hour, I get to 9:05. Pretty easy to do it that way. Number line was there, set it up. Number line makes this super quick. A race starting at 10, I know it ends at 10:45. I want to know how much time happened. So starting off, 8:10, give myself my mark. I can put both on the line. How long do I need to go? Let me go to 8:45, so there's 35 minutes. And then it's just a matter of making my jumps the rest of the way. So making those 2-hour jumps, an hour to 9:45, and then another hour to 10:45, I end up with an hour, 2 hours and 35 minutes. This one I could set it up. 10:45 minus 8. I get my 35. 2:35. It does work, some of them, setting up the algorithm. So you can do them both ways. You just got to be careful that you're not going over your 60 seconds and you're not regrouping weird. So again, similar problem. End at 12:50. Start at 10:35. I'm going to just set this one up like that. Boom, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Again, I can regroup this as a 10 because there are 10 seconds there. There's not 100 seconds in a minute. There's only 60. That's why I couldn't regroup, but this works fine. And I can do that. If I do it on the number line, I can see 10:35. Boom, I'm going to add 15 minutes to get myself to 10:50. Make my math easier. And then it's just a matter of adding the 2 hours. Makes my life easy to do it that way. 7:25, I know the race is an hour and 10 minutes. This one I can almost do without. I can just go 7:25 plus the 10 plus the hour, 35, 8. I can do it like that. I could put it on the line, 7:25, boom. 10 minutes gets me to 7:35, and then my hour Gets me to 8:35. Both of them work. Both of them got me to the answer. Starting at 11:20, an hour race that's an hour and 30 minutes. This one's pretty easy as well. Kind of have my 20 minutes, 11. My 30 minutes brings me to 11:50, and then I just have another hour to add. Or I could just set it up. 11. Both work. Again, if I was a little bit closer, if this was 12:20, I'd have to be careful because it would switch to 1 o'clock. I'd have to be somewhat careful. That's where my number line would be helpful. I don't think we have any of those on the work, so you might be okay. What time do I start? I know I ended at 8:05, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm going back in time. So number line, I know the ending point, 8:05. Gonna get my 20 minutes out of the way first. Easier to do. So I go back 20 minutes from 8:05. That brings me to 8:40 or 7:45. And then I have 2 hours that I knock off. So 7:45. So bringing back my 2 hours. (6:45), 5:45. Again, number line makes it easy. I could maybe do this with a little finagling in the standard algorithm, but the number line is much easier for this one. Okay, now we're into our work phase. So in your student book, world records, student book page 151, and doing preparing to race, student book page 152. So 151, starting off looking like this. Distance race challenge. There's some on this page, some converting the minutes, some converting, telling you when you start and when you end. And then that's world records, and then preparing to race. The next page, couple of your ratio tables on the bottom, and a couple of word problems with different times, ending, starting, some numbers around the races. So all time. Remember that you can't use the standard algorithm to go from the seconds to the minutes. You need to think about it as 60 seconds. It doesn't go into as 100. Your number line is going to be your friend here. It's super helpful. It makes it easy. You don't get lost in the minutes and the seconds. You can do it that way. It'll help you out a lot. So give those a shot. When you guys are done, there are workplaces that I gave Miss Garrett for you guys to do. Workplace 4B, workplace 4A, and workplace 4D. The stuff is in there. The instructions are all in there. Make sure you read the instructions carefully. And then try it out. Again, sometimes the instructions will be a little vague. Think about what it's saying. Really read it closely to try to figure out what's going on there. Good luck, guys. Have fun. There's also going to be a couple of extra pages in case these videos don't work. All right. Good job on your math. Great lesson up here. Have fun. You guys may work with each other a little bit, but I really want to see your work. Make sure you show all your work. Otherwise, I don't know if you really got it. All right. Bye.